Hello, I'm Mohsen Jamal and you watch Afghan News. Al-Qaeda's second-in-command has been killed in Pakistan earlier this week. A senior U.S. official said Atiya Abdul Rahman was killed on August 22nd in the tribal Waziristan region. The official said on Saturday, speaking on condition of anonymity, but did not give details on how Al-Rahman was killed. Local officials in the tribal region, however, last week said that a U.S. drone strike on August 22nd on a vehicle in North Waziristan killed at least 4 people. Al-Rahman, a Libyan national, was the group's former operational leader until Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden was killed in a U.S. raid on his Pakistan compound in May. He is assumed to be in his mid-30s and was bin Laden's close confidant, once serving as his emissary to Iran. Saudi King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz Al Saud received visiting Afghan President Hamid Karzai at Al Safa Palace in the holy city of Mecca Saturday evening to discuss bilateral ties as well as other international issues of common concern. The meeting focused on ways to further enhance cooperation between the two Muslim countries in all fields, while President Karzai awarded King Abdullah the Limmer Medal, Afghanistan's top and oldest medal. The meeting was attended by Prince Abdullah bin Abdulaziz, advisor to the King, Prince Mokhrin bin Abdulaziz, Chief of General Intelligence, and Prince Faisal bin Abdullah bin Muhammad, Minister of Education. On the Afghan side, the meeting was attended by Dr. Zalmay Rasool, the Foreign Minister, Nimatullah Shahrani, the Senior Advisor to the President, General Bismillah Muhammadi, the Minister of Interior, Muhammad Ismail, Acting Minister of Energy and Water, Gul Rahman Ghadi, Chairman of the Constitution Control Committee, and Sheikh Muhammad Qiyamuddin Kashif, Chief of Afghanistan Ulama Council. A service member from the NATO-led International Security Assistance Force was killed in an insurgent attack in southern Afghanistan on Sunday. The coalition said in a statement it gave no other details. Elsewhere, Afghan and ISAF forces killed multiple militants and detained several more during an operation in Khas Uruzgan district of southern Uruzgan province on Sunday, ISAF said. Meanwhile, the Interior Ministry said in a statement that Afghan and coalition troops killed 11 insurgents and detained 10 more during 4 operations across the country in the last 24 hours. This comes as a suicide car bomber blew himself up prematurely before reaching his intended target in the eastern outskirts of the capital Kabul early on Sunday. The blast caused no casualties, the Interior Ministry added. A Pakistani court has ordered former President Pervez Musharraf's financial assets to be frozen and confiscated, a prosecutor said. A hearing in Adiala prison in the garrison town of Rawalpindi on Saturday ruled for his property to be confiscated and his Pakistani bank accounts to be frozen. Chaudhary Ashar, a public prosecutor, said. The hearing is adjourned until September 10th, Ashar added. Musharraf, the former military ruler, has been living in self-imposed exile in London and Dubai since leaving office in 2008. He is alleged to have been part of a broad conspiracy to have been Benazir Bhutto, ex-premier and his political rival, killed in 2007 before presidential elections. Prosecutors issued an arrest warrant in February over what they said was his failure to provide her with enough security, but the exact nature of the charges against him has not so far been made clear. Heavy rains and powerful winds in New York announced the imminent arrival of Hurricane Irene as the storm laid a trail of destruction along the United States East Coast, leaving at least 8 people dead in North Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. Government forecasters have downgraded the storm from Category 5 to 1, but warned Irene would still be a hurricane by the time it reaches Long Island, New York later on Sunday. New York's normally bustling streets emptied out on Saturday and public transport came to a halt after Michael Bloomberg, the city's mayor, ordered the first mandatory evacuation ever in the city. More than 370,000 people were told to be out by 5 p.m. from low-lying areas, mostly in Lower Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. Indian reform activist Anna Hazare has ended a 13-day hunger strike after Parliament expressed non-binding support for parts of his anti-corruption plan. Hazare accepted a glass of coconut water and honey from a 5-year-old girl as thousands of supporters cheered him on, waving Indian flags, chanting "Long Live India" and singing patriotic songs. A day earlier, Pranab Mukherjee, the finance minister, told Parliament that the sense of the House was in support of a series of policies demanded by Hazare. Hazare began his strike on August 16, demanding Parliament pass his sweeping proposal to create a powerful anti-corruption ombudsman to police everyone from the Prime Minister to the lowest village bureaucrat. In the end, Parliament expressed support for some of his demands, committing to greater transparency and including low-level bureaucrats and state officials under the watchdog's purview. Musa Ibrahim Muammar Gaddafi's spokesman has reportedly said that the toppled Libyan leader is ready to negotiate with the rebels to form a transitional government. Ibrahim said Gaddafi had appointed one of his sons, al-Sadi, to head the negotiations with the rebel forces. Gaddafi's whereabouts remains unknown, and rebels have offered a reward for his capture or killing. Sirte is still under control until government control is considered the last remaining bastion of support for the Libyan leader, while the Arab League on Saturday became the latest international body to recognize the National Transitional Council as it turned over the country's seat in the regional bloc to the rebel leadership. Rebels claimed victory in Bin Jawad late on Saturday, advancing in their push towards Sirte. Meanwhile, Mustafa Abdul Jalil, chairman of the NTC, said at a news conference on Saturday that rebel commanders were negotiating with Gaddafi loyalists in Bin Jawad to try to persuade them to surrender control over the city. In that, Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez says he will undergo a third round of chemotherapy in his home country on Sunday. Chavez, who has previously gone to Cuba for treatment, revealed plans for treating his cancer during a TV broadcast on Saturday. Doctors removed a cancerous tumor from the socialist leader in June. President Chavez followed up that procedure with 2 trips to Havana for treatment. Chavez, who has been in power for 12 years, has previously said he intends to beat his cancer and seek re-election to a new 6-year term in 2012. And that's all for now. Thanks for staying with us.